Hi everybody, welcome to yet another video series where I'll be discussing containers security. Now, container security is also new for me and I'm still trying to get my hands around it. So I came across this project called Kubernetes Goat, which you should definitely try. You can install it locally on AWS, Azure, whatever you find whatever you are comfortable with. This is on AWS and I have port forwarded it to my local machine. As you can see, it says Kubernetes Goat is designed to be intentionally vulnerable cluster environment to learn and practice Kubernetes security. This is the first challenge wherein we'll be discussing about or we'll be learning about sensitive keys in code bases. Now, as you can see that this challenge is accessible at this particular port number, and this happens to be the web application wherein we have to kind of exploit it to get secrets that are stored. Now, when it comes to secrets, one of the things that will definitely come to mind is directory brute forcing, looking for .env files and everything. So I have already done it. So as you can see, I try to run raft medium directories lowercase, medium files lowercase, and just about anything and everything. So let me do a curl 1230, and if I do a .git, I'll show you the discrepancy here. It says cannot get .git, but if I were to do this, as you can see, I get a response back. So this is one of the reasons why if you're trying to solve this lab, it might be difficult for you to come around this, because the first thing it'll do is it'll just send a get request to .git, which is not available, and you get a 404. So you'll not be able to figure this out. So, okay, now that we have done this, what are the things that we can do? If you are done this, one thing you can probably do is look for the look for a particular tool that can help you dump the entire Git website, right? So I'm going to do just that. Here there is something called Git dumper that can help you dump the entire Git. So I have it here. You can just use git clone and followed by the name of the repository, and it will help you clone the entire repository, which I have already done. So if I go to, as you can see, this is it. So one of the things you should probably be trying to do is installing the dependencies, which is pip3 install tag r requirements.txt, which will help you install all the dependencies. And after that, what I'll be doing is I'll be running the git dumper tool. It expects two arguments, one is URL and the second is directory. So let's do that. Git dumper localhost 1230 and followed by the directory that is accessible dot which you think has the git components, and followed by the name of the directory. And as you can see, it is trying to fetch common files and everything that it has been able to find. Let's wait for a minute or two for it to get completed. And as you can see, it has done its work. So one of the things we can try to do is, as you can see, we have a temp directory, and let's go over to temp, and as you can see, we have a lot of files here. So if I do this, I should be able to find something. If let's do cat readme.txt, I'll be able to read its contents. But this is not what we are interested in. What we would be doing is, like, every time you make a change, it is saved as a commit. To view all those commits, what we need to do is we need to type the git log command. And as you can see, here are all the commits. Now there is something called this comment which says included custom environment variables. So this looks interesting. So I'll just copy this out and I will do I'll move on to a new terminal and do git checkout. So if I want to check out one particular commit, okay, sorry about that, I should have been in the temp directory, git checkout, and if I do a ls now, you'll see that I have a .env file, and if I cat it out, you'll see I have access to the AWS access keys. So this was the challenge, guys. I hope you learned something out of it. I definitely did. So, all right, let's revisit this in the next video.